Yeah, it's yours truly. It's yours truly, James Mack. And I'm here with a whole nother episode, real casual episode of the MACK Files. Right now I'm in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, splashing off on y'all, man. You know, I got out here not too long ago, and it took me about 20 hours to get out here, and I'm still filling out the land, don't get it twisted. But so far I feel good energy, you know, I feel welcoming energy. And, you know, I'm gonna talk about the reason why I'm out here at another time, you know, but right now I wanna address some MACK Files, some game. You know, I wanna give y'all some game in this one, you know, because I'm always trying to give y'all some game from my perspective, you know what I mean? And this is just from how I move. I've been watching a lot about the Passport brothers and the struggles and the things they've been going through. And I'm like, you know what, let me address that situation, man. Let me address that because I see some hate and some love. And, you know, I see a lot of hate coming from the black women, you know, and they hating, you know, and I even see some hate coming from the black men. And you know, I just want to say, you know, we one of those cultures, man, that just hate each other. You know what I mean? I don't see no other culture, literally, I don't see another culture hating each other like that, man. You know what I mean? And that's got to do with the Willie Lynch syndrome and all those type of things that we was conditioned to hate ourselves. You dig? It was a conditioning, you know what I mean? But you look at the Mexicans, they love each other. You know, I worked at some jobs in the past or had some shops, and when I see how Mexican people interact with each other, man, in where I seen them interact, and I'm like, man, they come in, hug each other, show each other love. You know, when I see how these Asian people love each other, smile, you know, it's crazy, man. But when I see how even the Africans, the real Africans, they have a different culture about themselves. But the African American is so screwed up. However, I ain't come to talk about that either. I got a bigger issue I want to talk about. You know, I got a bigger issue I want to talk about right now. The rise of the true kings, man. The rise of the true kings. You feel me? I'm gonna say that again. The rise of the true kings, aka Passport bros. You know, I'm about to consider myself a Passport bro. You know, because you know, the stigma type that's got mixed with it, that Passport bros is just going out to, you know, have certain type of relations with foreign women just because they can. Man, come on, y'all, stop that. You know what I mean? This is a certain power when you have your passport. It's a certain power when you have your passport. You know, it's a certain understanding you have about how the world operates when you have that blue book. You feel me? That blue book gets you in destinations where people have much more love for you, much more affirmation for you, much more respect for you than they will in the United. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about. The rise of the true kings. Why did I say that? Why did I name this podcast that right now? The rise of the true kings, aka the Passport brothers, BKA the MACK Files, man. That's because through my travels and understanding about this global understanding, it's been really opening my understanding. There's a lot of people around the world that got a lot of love for black men. Tremendous love for black men. And if only some of y'all could really get out of your scenario, you know, get out of those cities y'all stuck in, those communities y'all stuck in, and see around the world how much love they got for you, how much love they really got for you, it'll change your whole understanding. I'm gonna get into, you know, talking about some women stuff too in here in a minute from my perspective, but I want to touch on some real energy. You know, first thing I want to talk about is being black in America in 2024 as a black man, coming from my perspective. Business owner, you know, I'm grinding, you know, world traveler at this point, all these different things, right? I know you're thinking, J Mac, what does being black in America have to do with this? Listen, as a black man, excuse me, I was just looking at a certain type of I was just looking at a piece of paper, you know, a news article about the top 3 people in America that's coming up, that's being the top 3 entrepreneur is African American women in 2024. And when I look at it, coming from my perspective as a black man and doing business, it's so many programs out here, so many grants available. Or I'm not making excuses now, don't get me wrong, but all this stuff is available for black women that's helping them come up. What is the one thing that's out here? You know, tell me one grant that's out here that's a fund for African American men. And I've been doing my research, you know what I'm saying? But every time I turn around, it's something for African American women. And African American women is stronger than black men. They some of the strongest, you know, humans, and some of the strongest financially out here right now in America. You know, let's just keep that real. They got jobs, education, and everything. But that's some of that indoctrination. That's some of that thing with what's already set in place. You know what I'm saying? They want us, some people want us to fail, and they not threatened by the black woman. And that leaves the black woman that puts her in a certain type of mind state where she knows she powerful now. They got good jobs, they having money, and they looking down on the black man. You know, we see it all the time on social media. You know, we see it. They really doing brothers a certain type of way because brothers being behind the curve. Brothers have been a target of malicious attacks. You feel me? Brothers have been the malicious attacks, man. You know, circumstantial attacks, man, on the brothers. And that put us in a perspective, in a situation where we behind the 8 ball right now. A lot of brothers. But that don't mean you can't make it, because you can make it, you know, if you put your mind to it. But some brothers is just so depressed and so beat down. You know, they getting beat down from everywhere, from their woman, from the man, you know, from all different angles. And I know I'm a testament. I know I'm a testament of that. You know what I mean? So what I have to do now is I have to utilize my passport in order to build my energy back up. The self-respect, the self-knowledge, the self-understanding, knowing that I'm valuable. I have to get that from other countries. You know, and I think that's what this whole passport movement is about, because you get dogged and dragged through the mud so much in America, man. And then when you come to these other countries, they rolling out the red carpet for you, man. They love to see you, man. They love to see it. And it's only so few of us, so we like movie stars out these ways. Like I said, once again, I'm broadcasting right now live from Vietnam, man. I'm in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, man. You know, and I'm doing business. You know, I'm trying to take gigantic steps. I'm trying to take major leaps. You know, you can't keep doing them little small little leaps. I'm trying to take big boy steps, because I know I have to bring other guys and I have to bring other people with me. You know what I'm saying? I got to bring guys up, man. And that's what I'm on. You know, the black appeal worldwide, man. You look at Japan. I was just in Japan, and the hip hop movement. I'm talking, they really starting to move with the hip hop. They really starting to do hip hop videos. They got their hair. They looking like black women out there. They looking like ghetto black women out there. No disrespect to the Japan culture, because I love y'all. Y'all got it from us. I'm looking at them. They got the big hoop earrings on. They got the ponytails. They it's crazy, and they love the black people. They love the black men. And I'm talking about the whole energy is different. I'm talking about, I asked I asked a Japanese lady for something, man. Don't you know she ran to go get it? You hear me? I asked her for something. She actually started running and went to go get it and ran back and gave it to me. I was like, this is the energy I need. And I know a lot of women that hear this podcast and be like, dude, crazy. He on something else. But they know how to treat you gotta honor your man. You gotta honor the man. The black man should be honored right now. We dishonored at this point in America. Dishonored. You feel me? And it's just so disrespectful, and so, you know, for us to come and for our ancestors to fight so hard to have a seat at the table, and now you see women don't even want to surround. They got everything. They even having, you know, I'm looking on social media, because that's the the social media is the downfall of the culture. I'm looking on the social media, they having lingerie parties, all this, not a man in the house. You know, they lightweight even having sex with each other. You know what I mean? Not a man nowhere to be found. And they happy with that. They got the money. They got the education. They got everything they need. And now they got the sex toys and everything. And I'm going to get off into that because that's really important. And that just take all the lust away from having a man. They don't need you. They got their girlfriends. What they need you for? And then you know, struggling, or you having issues, or you battling with the system and the man. And they can't understand that. They can't understand that because they're good. You feel me? But I want to talk about the new chapter. You know, I don't want it to be all doom and gloom. Because brothers, we have options. We got options and we got opportunities. And it may not just be in America, because they love you worldwide. I'm telling you, when I walk through, they looking at me like I'm a god. You know what I'm saying? They looking at me like, you know what I mean, that brother got himself together, because whatever they broadcasting across these television stations and showing these people, they think it's like that. Nah, kings coming through to get our rightful place. You know what I mean? To stand upon what we meant, and that's power, that's structure, that's leadership. That's what we standing on again. And we could take this thing to other, because I'm telling you, when I stepped down in Vietnam, they felt the energy. When I stepped down in Japan, they felt the energy. When I stepped down in Dubai, they felt the energy. Anywhere I stepped down in, they got love. But there's certain places that just got way more love for a brother. You don't have to go through that. And that's what the passport, bro, whole movement about. That's the rise of the kings globally, the global rise of the kings. You ain't got to go through that. You can get that passport, man, get you a couple of dollars together and go somewhere where they really appreciate you. Go somewhere where the woman will do everything you need for her. Will show you all the love you need to be shown. I'm talking about roll out the red carpet for you. Do everything because she honor you. And that give you more power to get up and say, you know what, let me go out here and hunt. As you should. As you should. Let me go out here and hunt, man. I've been watching things and seeing guys and talking to guys. And I'm not trying to take nothing away from the black woman. Don't get me wrong. I'm just seeing how the black man being treated. I've been seeing guys going over to, you know, Asia, where I'm at now, going over to the Philippines and stuff like that. And these guys is finding love, man. These guys is finding what they haven't found in a long time, and that's appreciation. They girl, they Filipino girl, or they girl from Bangkok, or they girl from, you know, Japan. They love them dudes, man. And to show them dudes the world, and that give a brother strength. That make a brother want to stand on two and go out here and get it. See, when you don't get that, you can't really get your full energy up. You know, when you know internally when your girl don't respect you, you know that. And that's where a lot of brothers, that's where this whole movement come of you behind these women, everything, tricking. Tricking ain't never been our forte, man. We kings, man. We don't go out and do all this nonsense, try to buy all this stuff to impress a woman that don't love you, that could care less. She ain't even attracted to you, but she gonna fake like it because you so insecure, because you're not even getting the love you need. And then what happens when you meet a prostitute, or you meet a woman that may be of a lower caliber, or like they say, some low-hanging fruit that really appreciate you, that really show you some love? That's who you give it to. And then you end up having a baby, or you end up getting in a debacle or situation. And then you see all these entertainers, these rappers, or in all this here, get everything took from you dig, because they didn't really like you in the first place. You feel me? But then when you look at something like Jenny Ma and Jeezy, she honor that man. Look how she treat that man. She honor, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes and everything. I don't even know if any of that is true, but she honor that brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it should be. Let me talk about some of this raw energy that we bring, and why a lot of brothers right now need to put the weed down, need to put the drink down in 2024. We got to put this stuff down, y'all. I've been clean, and when I say clean, I just drink a little bit. I haven't had no drinks since Christmas. And my elevation in my mind state is heightened. My senses is heightened right now. My health is better. Even though I've been on a healthy path, leaving that poison alone, that's exactly what it is, then allow me to really capture my mind. Allow me to find myself again. That's why I'm sitting here doing this podcast right now, because my energy is up. I'm all the way in Vietnam. Where I live right now, it's midnight, but I'm up right now. It's daytime, and I'm getting it in on my podcast and giving y'all some news y'all can use. Because I ain't put that poison in my body that's destructing my brain cells, that's destroying my cells. Alcohol is a degenerative substance. So is marijuana. I know people that can't put the blunts down. They can't do it. They can't find it within themselves to put that blunt down. Why? Because it's so addictive. But it say right on there, will cause cancer. And tying this back into the kings will rise. Man, when your girl see you in that type of way, bro, she lose respect for you. If you got a girl that's sitting around smoking with you and wanting to roll up every 5 minutes, man, y'all both losing. And I'm telling it to your face. Y'all losing. Because a king and a pharaoh is at his highest position. He's at his highest height when he got all his senses intact, when his cells replicate properly. You dig what I'm talking about? Not killing off or not leaving you lazy, man. They putting this marijuana out here and trying to legalize it so you dummies can get high and do nothing. And sit there and do nothing. Or make babies. While they traveling the world, setting their program up like what I'm doing right now. They setting it up so that in 2025, 2026, when the economy get back where it's supposed to be, and they up. They up. They're up. 2025, 2026, they up. They projecting y'all to be broke. They projecting y'all to have in 2020, in 2030, they projecting the black man to have a net worth of 0. And guess who creeping up right on your heels? The Mexicans. They the ones out here killing the real estate game. They the ones out here getting their money, spending in their own community. They're not even spending it with you. They're not spending it with nobody. They're spending it with themselves. They're a classic example on how it's supposed to work when you got economic dominance. They're killing the game right now. I'm seeing them every day. Big trucks, riding good, living good. They investing. They taking the money from America and putting it right back in Mexico. They building houses and everything where they know is one day they got to go back to, but they're going to be good. You going to be left with that mess, that expensive mess called, you already know. And I'm glad to be American. Don't get me wrong. This ain't none of that. But what I'm saying is, the black man is in a vulnerable situation right now. They trying to put the American black man, they trying to put you in extinction. That's real talk. Through the food, through the smoke, through the drink, they trying to extinct you. If they can get rid of that, because you're so powerful. You got the education, you got the smarts, you've been taught by the white man. That's something that a lot of Africans from Africa, they didn't get necessarily taught by the white man. They got taught by each other. You got an advantage. You got an edge because the white man, respectively, did show you how they can dominate you. And they still dominate you on a regular basis. I'm not letting them dominate me, though, because I'm using that blue book. That blue book is the key to me getting over on the game. And when I come through with my Filipinos or my Japanese, that's when you get the honor and respect, because they see, man, I don't need to take this. I can have 2 Filipinos on my arm or 2 Japanese on my arm that's cold, and they gonna respect me. If I tell them go do something, they gonna hop to it. You feel me? No questions asked, man. Ain't none of this going back and forth. I'm not going back and forth with no woman, not even my mama. I'm not doing it. And that's respectably. I'm not going to do it because that's my mama, but I'm not going back and forth with no woman. The power is in the passport, kings. That's where the power is at. It's in the passport. because it opened up the door, man. I'm in Vietnam. Once again, Ho Chi Minh City. I'm gonna give y'all some B-roll of this. This is a new experience. But when I walk through, they looking at me, they looking up to me, and they ain't looking down at me. That's how I feel. No matter how hard I try, I still ain't made it in America. That's the wild, honest truth. Every time I turn around, it's a door getting shut in my face by the man or by the black woman. Because they don't care. I'm dealing with organizations right now that's ran by black women, and they just promoting themselves. They not even thinking about, I got to fight with them. So I'm in a fight with them because I'm like, hey, hold on. You know what I mean? We doing this too. What's up? Y'all keep just putting yourself on blast and promoting yourself, but what's up with the brothers that's in this game? And they don't have to because they getting funded. And when they get funded, the funding partners is telling them, take care of yourself. Get yourself right. Pull your sisters up. Get y'all right. Because they not no threat. Because they know when they get to a certain level, you still got to get up underneath one of them, some of them. They still going to find a way to incorporate themselves, period. The black men, they know we'll get a little buck, we'll get a little wild, so they can't do that with us, right? So all that bank loan and fair advantage and, you know what I mean, all that grant money, that ain't coming strictly straight for black men. And you dummies don't even got enough sense to put y'all money together. You still take it to them. You still take it to the other men. You still take it to them and buy all these clothes. That's why I'm in Vietnam right now. Why would I continuously buy from the oppressor? That just don't even, why would I go in the Louis store, man, and buy Louis when I can come to where Louis make Louis? And make James Mack? Dummy. Why would you keep spending all this bread making them rich, man? The richest person in the world right now is Bernard Arnault, man, one of them. And that's from you dummies, respectively, buying all that Louis, buying all that Moet. I bought some too, I was a dummy for that, buying all that Moet. And I'll probably buy some more, I ain't gonna front, but I'm gonna find out where to get the grapes, and I'm gonna find out how to make some champagne too. Because we are manufacturers. Man, why I'm gonna keep spending my money on Nikes where I can come, where Nike make Nikes in Vietnam, man? They make them right here, man. So why would I keep participating in the circus, man? When I can come straight to the source, the same thing they did. They made the journey in the pilgrimage and came to I'm around on the other side of the globe, man, on the other side of the world, on a pilgrimage. So rise up, kings. Rise up. Take your passport, man. Go to Mexico. Take your passport. Go to the islands. Take your passport. Go to Brazil. Take your passport. Come to Asia. You know, go to China. They waiting on you because they know you ain't been represented properly. You ain't been able to tell your side of the story. You ain't been able to say what y'all got. You know what I'm saying? We got the rise of TikTok and stuff like that. Man, y'all better get hip, man. Y'all better get hip, man. I'm talking about people making 100,000 in one day. Do you have the sources? Are you being able to source your product properly? Or is you just waiting on or keep being a consumer? And your girl keep looking at you while she's steady stacking her bread like, man, you a consumer. You a consumer. And your girl can see you a consumer. Your wife can see you a consumer. Man, start being a producer. Start saying no. You know, sometimes, a lot of y'all, sometimes you got to make your girl cry. And I'm going to do a whole episode on that. That's more in depth with the MACK files. I just felt compelled at this moment to give y'all this right here. You know, but sometimes you got to make your girl cry because your girl make you cry. You just don't shed the physical tears. Some of y'all do, but you be crying on the inside. I have too. You know what I mean? But it's time for a change, man. Stand up on your power. The earth is shifting, man. The universe is in a whole different way right now. You better get up on your two, man, and get to seeing what they got for you out here in this world. This world small. I went to the other side of it in 20 hours. It could have been less. I had some layovers. It's a small world, man. Literally. You know what I'm saying? And we don't take advantage of that blue passport. That book that said we can go to anywhere we want to go. We can go anywhere we want to go. Guys, what are we doing? You know what I mean? What are we doing? They love us out here. I mean, everywhere I went, they was amazed. So far, I'm in Vietnam. Everywhere I go, they amazed. They blown back because there's just some parts of Asia where black people just don't go that much. There's some Africans out here, but I'm talking about the American black man. We two different people. We dress different. We act different, you know, respectively. And I'm going to Africa too in 2 months. But I'm just saying, let's rise up, King. Stand on your energy. Ground yourself. You know what I mean? Start running, doing exercise, and getting on your tube, man. Because a lot of y'all out of shape and y'all keep eating that fluoride-filled, fatty food, man. And it's fattening your mind. It's making you lazy. Then y'all smoking the deadly blunts. They said like 30% of black males gonna have lung cancer by 2027. And y'all don't even understand that. A lot of y'all got lung cancer right now and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? That's sad, man. You know, that's sad. And you keep putting them blunts to your mouth. And it say right on the package will cause cancer. And they say the worst blunts for you is the fruit flavor or the spicy flavored wraps. The spicy flavor wraps. And then you wonder why you can't stop smoking. It ain't even the weed. You know, I didn't touch some every now and then, and that ain't really for me. But if I smoke them blunts, now I have to find some because it's the tobacco or whatever they put in the blunts that's gonna keep you bonded. Whoever made blunts, wraps is filthy rich right now. And they chilling. They still got you smoking, they somewhere else chilling. You know, they not smoking no wraps in these different countries, man. They eating healthy, they running. And that's another thing, but that's a whole nother, the weight issue with the black Americans, that's a whole nother episode. I ain't gonna even touch on that right now. But I am gonna touch on that in the MACK files. Because, man, y'all killing yourself with this food, man. That food y'all eating in America, man. Killing yourselves, man. So y'all must, you know what I'm saying, tighten up, man. Kings, ground yourself. Get your energy up. Do your daily affirmations. I'm working on a book right now. The book gonna be powerful, man. Get your daily affirmations up, kings. Let's get our daily affirmations up. Let's rise up to that level, man. Let's ground ourselves, but also let's touch the stars. Let's start watching the sky, man, and reading the stars like we did in the beginning. Let's watch the moon and see what's going on with it. Feel that energy. You know what I mean? Because each one of those stars belong to you. And that's deep, man. You know, let's start to use our creativity in order to make money. You know what I'm saying? So you got something to say, turn on this mic, man. If you got something, turn on that camera, man, because that's what these are things we have available, but have something to say with it. And even if you got a freestyle, but make sure it makes sense, man. Make sure it's something that's worth your time, because they love promote ignorance. That's all they do, is promote our ignorance. But do they promote our brilliance? Nah, they don't. So I want you kings, man, to start getting your brilliance up. I gotta wrap this little video up, man. I'm in one of the top flight hotels in Vietnam, and it's a beautiful thing, man. The food natural, the air is cool, but most of all, it's a boss move. It's a passport bro move. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about no sex and all that. I'm talking about merchandising, and I'm talking about strategic planning. So let's get our mind together, man. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this little video up, this little podcast, man. Stay tuned for more podcasts. I got some other ones I can't really put, you know what I'm saying, put on here because I get a little bit explicit. So you can get this, you can catch that Patreon I'm about to set up where I give you the real raw. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Y'all stay cool, calm, and collected, man. Ground yourself, man. Eat right. Stop smoking them blunts, man. And understand that it is women out here that still love you. Even if the black woman is in a different way, she's being programmed right now. You know, she's being programmed with the dead presidents. And when it's all about energy. But I'm signing out, man. It's James Mack. Stay tuned for more podcasts, man. I'm out.